Most people hear the word blockchain and they immediately think of Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto, NFT. But have you ever wondered how public blockchain actually work behind the scene? How thousands of computers around the world agree on a transaction? How wallet send crypto without bank? And most importantly, how developers build application on top of public blockchain using JavaScript. In this video, I will break down public blockchain in the simplest possible way for developer, which will give you the comprehensive understanding that how the entire system exactly works. So I have divided this entire video into multiple sections. So by the end of the video, you can understand what is the future, how you have to navigate, what are the things you have to keep in mind when you are developing and interacting with the public blockchain, and what are the future and career growth option you will have as a developer, as an investor, or as a product manager. So let's start with a basic understanding. A public blockchain is an open, decentralized network where anyone can participate. No permission is required, no approval is required, no central authority is required. Anyone can join the network, validate the network, create the wallet, deploy the smart contract, or build decentralized application. Ethereum, Bitcoin are the two biggest examples of public blockchain you have. So instead of being controlled by a single company, the network is maintained by thousands of computers around the world. So that's the complete idea that what is public blockchain, who control it, who own it, and how it's exactly work, and what are the possibilities you will have as a creator, as a developer, to execute the transaction, build the application, interact with the protocol. Now come back to the second section, which is how public blockchain exactly work. You have know the function, you know how it's execute, but how exactly it's work behind the scene. So let's understand that architecture. Imagine you send crypto from one wallet to other. That's first. A transaction gets created. That transaction is broadcast to the blockchain network. Then a validator or a miner verify the transaction. It jumps straight away and it's verify that transactions. So once it's verified, the transaction get added into a block, and that block get attached to a previous block. So that's how we can trace down the transaction from the previous block, because every block carry out the hash of the previous block, and now the transaction become permanent. This create a immutable chain of blocks. So every block is connected with one another with this particular hashing chain we have, which carry out the previous block information, which is why it's called blockchain. So I hope you have understood that what is the workflow we have in this public blockchain. Now let's come back to the third section, the core component we have in the public blockchain. So every public blockchain contains few important systems, which you have to understand if you really want to understand the complete flow of the data, so you can easily to build application, understand the protocol and the system behind this public blockchain. So first we have the block structure. In that block, we have the block storage transaction data. So every transaction which is going to be executed on the public blockchain is going to be stored inside a block, and it has multiple field, multiple data set in that block transaction. So every block is containing like a transaction detail, timestamp, previous hash block. That's how we can able to connect with the previous transaction. So if anything's changed in the metadata, the entire hash will be changed in that particular block. So we can identify that someone have manipulated in the previous block because that hash is not matching which we have in the next block. So current hash, we have the block information. That's all the information we have in that block. Then comes the transaction. So transaction represent asset movement or data execution. For example, sending ETH from one wallet to other. So this is the data you are transferring, the execution, the information you are transferring from one block. So when you are doing the transaction, then we have the hashing. This one is really powerful because blockchain security relies heavily on hashing. Algorithm like hash 256, Kakabai help protect data integrity. So these are the two packages we have which heavily dependent on the JavaScript, which we can utilize it to hash the data. And even tiny change in the hash will give the complete new hash. That's why we can able to track down that someone have manipulated. If the entire transaction looking fine, but someone have changed the date, all the data is same, but change the date or change the amount, the entire hash will be changed. So this is how you can able to track down. Then we have the conception mechanism. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. But since public blockchain are decentralized, node must be agree on what validate. So this is what it called consensusism. For example, proof of work we have, proof of stake we have. This is the two model we have. You can use any one of this model to build your public blockchain. Then come back to the wallet and integration. This is another flow we have within the workflow of our entire block and transaction creation. So in that we have a private and public key which secure the ownership, that whoever hold the public key and private key is the owner of that wallet address. So transaction are signed cryptographically before being broadcast. So when you try, when it's going to be completed, when it's going to be broadcasted on the chain, is going to be verified, is going to be through that particular wallet. So I hope you have understood the core component we have in the public blockchain. Now let's talk about why public blockchain mattered the most at the moment, and you will find we have a prime example. So why this public blockchain is so amazing and revolutionary? Because they remove middleman. Instead of trusting bank, you trust mathematic and distribute system. Public blockchain allow decentralized payment, smart contract, DeFi application, NFT, DAO, transparent system, and censorship restricted. So you have full control. The protocol, the network has a rule. If you validate that, the transaction is going to be through that. There is no middleman. So if I want to send any transaction from India to USA, Canada, I can send that by paying a network fee. But if I want to go through this centralized system, there is a lot of middleman we have. In India, we have a central banks, then you will have a bank in your country. It will go through that channel and it's going to deduct and take the commission of 10 to 12% depending on the quantity of the amount you want to send. So that's a middleman taking your money, but you can simply transfer your fund by sitting from here. It will go just like this. But when you're going to do the transaction to the centralized model, it's going to take weeks. So that's why it exists at the moment, because people, those who have the money, they have the control over their money, not any centralized system. So you have understood about all the technology. Now let's talk about the development of this public blockchain using the JavaScript framework, because on this channel we focus extensively on the JavaScript, and JavaScript is such a framework, such a language which you can use to build anything using this framework in the decentralized ecosystem. So now let's talk about development. So if you already know JavaScript, you can start building on public blockchain much faster than you think. So here I have the most usable technology which you will find when you will start building application. Like we have this JavaScript and Node.js for backend technology, backend logic which you're going to develop, and it can be built fully with the Node.js and JavaScript. We have the Solidity for writing the smart contract which we can deploy on this network. We have this hard hat for development and deployment environment. So if you have written a smart contract, you want to test it in your local environment, you can do that. Once you're done with that, you can use the same hard hat framework, which is in JavaScript, and you can use that to deploy your smart contract to this public blockchain. Then we have Ethers.js or Wing to integrate with the blockchain network. So we can read and write the data, do the transaction, read the details about the blockchain, about our wallet address, which we used to perform the transaction. That's all we can control through these libraries. And it's 100% written in JavaScript. If you talk about the Next.js, the entire framework is built on JavaScript. So you can build your entire front end. So you have written your smart contract, build the public blockchain or private blockchain, written your smart contract, you have used harder to deploy the contract. Now you can use this Ethers.js, Wing.js to connect with the blockchain to perform the transaction, and you have the front end where you can use it, which is written in JavaScript to allow the user to interact with your application. And if you talk about the wallet integration, we have this MetaMask, which is purely written in JavaScript, and it's a really powerful crypto wallet you will have to sign the transaction. So with JavaScript, you can build like token system, NFT marketplace, DeFi apps, DAO system, crypto wallet, and a complete decentralized application, which you can think of any project you can develop with this particular framework. So this programming language is so powerful, which will allow you to build any project which you want. So you have understood that what you can do and what is capable of building with this particular framework. Now let's talk about this private and public blockchain. What are the key differences we have in these two technology and why it exists at the moment? A lot of developers ask that, should I learn public blockchain or a private blockchain? The answer depends on your goal. If you want to build decentralized app for crypto ecosystem, learn public blockchain. If you want to build enterprise system for businesses, learn private blockchain. Like public blockchain focus on openness, private blockchain focus on control and efficient system which can be controlled and governed by the organization. So these are the two different roads which is completely different from one another, but both has the exact impact. So if you are building for banking, if you are building for gaming, if you are building for health management, where private blockchain holds most of the upper hand. When it's come to building a monetary value, where you want to build an open application, where you can give more open and you are not allow any control, then you can go with the public blockchain. So the key differences you have to know about private blockchain and a public blockchain, that private blockchain focus on permission, but whereas in the public blockchain focus on open access. Anybody can control, anybody can access the network without having any control. Whereas you can build a decentralized application, but on the private blockchain you will have the control environment, so you cannot able to develop. If you talk about the crypto ecosystem, you will have that in the public blockchain, but you don't have in the private blockchain because it's going to control by the enterprise. So they can only build the logic and design the infrastructure, so it can support only their system. Whereas public blockchain is little slower as compared to the private blockchain because it's going to follow a particular task and is going to be a little faster. If you talk about the transparency, you will have the full transparency on the public blockchain. Everybody can see the data and the transaction which is happening. But on the private blockchain, you won't have that one because it's going to be restricted. Like the private developer will decide that what data they want to make it public. So you can only have those data which they allow you to see. So this is the key differences you have to understand when it's come to a private blockchain and a public blockchain. And if you are JavaScript developer, this is one of the best time to start learning blockchain development. And we already have a lot of project which you can start building straight away. We already have the complete project which you can simply download the code and you can go to the architecture if you already have the understanding about the private blockchain or a public blockchain. So if you come back here in the blockchain coder, and you will find that this is the complete codes we have for a private blockchain. So if you want to build your own private blockchain for different industry like health management, banking, gaming ecosystem, logistic or supply chain management, you can simply check this one. Check out all the module. And if you want to build your own public blockchain like Ethereum or a Binance network like that, you can come back here in the source code section. So you can simply click on this recent project, and you will find that we already have the complete Ethereum clone public blockchain we have built. So make sure to check this one. I would highly encourage you to watch this video in which we have discussed extensively that how we have built the entire backend, the public blockchain, where user can deploy the contract, execute the transaction and perform all the actions, all type of application. Even we have built the block explorer where you can see all the transaction is happening. If I come back here, you will see that I have already built my own Ethereum blockchain. So if I give my password, you will see I can able to perform and all the transaction. So click on that and you will find that I have my own network which I have launched. I have my own blockchain. So I will come back to the custom and you will find that this is the network I have launched and I have called the blockchain coder. So what I will do, I'll simply come back here and you will see that, come back to the token and you will find that I have this much fund. I can click on that and I can perform the transaction. So if I want to send, I can click on that and I can send. Click on this and I want to send whatever I want. I can go back to the account number 1 and I want to say let's do TBC. I have this much fund. I can click on this. Let's click on this continue and it's going to perform the transaction. Let's click on this confirm and the transaction is happening. Once the transaction will complete, this fund will be available to my wallet one. So you will find the transaction is completed. Come back here, transaction is completed. If I come back here, you will see that I got the fund. So the fund is went up. We have also included the mining feature. So the moment you will do the transaction will get automatically mined and you can set as a open validator so anybody can connect, or you can simply build a system where you can receive and only your wallet address can be mined. So this is the popular project we have. Make sure to check that one. You can come back here, go back to the source code section, click on this and we have close to 3 to 4 projects. Let me come back here and this one is the advanced one. Ethereum clone we have. If you come back here, we have this one. Like create your own private blockchain. You can check this private blockchain. This one is a public blockchain and you can also check this resources. We have this course. Click on this and check on this one as well. So you will master every single thing which you have to know as a complete blockchain developer if you really want to see yourself as a blockchain developer for a public or a private. These are the resources you will have and you can start simply checking the course. So that's the only thing I want to cover. If you have any question, any doubt, do let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely try to help in that. With that, I'm in this. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.